What's up, you all? And as requested, the incredible Miss Leona Lewis Can't Breathe live at the O2. Now, I just reacted to the album version, was blown away by it, but they wanted this live version, turns out, so let's get into it. Oh, oh, wait. Listen that. Interesting intro. Love the arrangement.
I'm watching myself all the time, thinking you won't be around. I know you got my heart on, and even if I'm I can't go.
Oh, beautiful belt. Sing, background. They singing. Beautiful head voice. You asked me to run after. Crystal clear. Oh, I think her head voice is her sweet spot. Angelic. They are really laying on them ball. They working. Kind of seems like she was slightly out of breath since the beginning of the performance. They sing. Just laying. Sing. Some tension on the top. Sing. Sing. Take it up. That's magic. That head voice, one of the greatest head voices, I think. She's beautiful too. The resonance, and it's gotten fuller. Gee whiz, the fullness as she modulated each time, it got more and more full and powerful. Hey, they sang it in the back. Okay. Not the best execution of runs there, but that's okay. And then that just so lethargic, slow, steady vibrato. That's like this the steady waves of the ocean, that vibrato. Like you could just float away on that little steady. I love the vibe. I love that. And like I've said before, I don't usually care for vibrato that's too slow or too fast, and I know that's a subjective thing, but like I said, it's because it's so light. Her voice is so light most of the time. It's soothing. It's soothing to me. It's not like like it's not like that. It's just because it's so light and pretty and feminine. It just soothes me. You know what I mean? And it's just her head voice. It's like being like you're like in a trance. Like she's sustaining it so often in this song. I feel like I'm being tranced, like in a trance. It is so angelic, and it's just so beautiful, crystal clear. It's just magical. It can be quite resonant too. Like when she was hitting that note, I believe she like modulated like what 3 times in the head voice, and each time she modulated, took a step up. Her voice got more full. Her head voice got more full, more powerful, and it just that just reminded me of Whitney. Like the fullness and the power in her voice, the clarity. I mean, and especially on that very, very top note that she hit, that joint was very. I don't want to say it was dramatic, but because it wasn't that dark. But it was so full, and it was just it was heavy, but it wasn't quite dramatic. I'd say in dark in tone. It was just a wide, very resonant, just sound that just rings in the ears. I loved it. Love that part. That whole modulation on that. Love that part. Um, it was that was beautiful. I think her sweet spot is her head voice. I think what separates her from everybody else is her head voice and her vibrato But her head voice is just and there are some places here with the especially more towards the beginning, the pitch, the lows. I noticed she struggles in the lows quite a bit with the pitch, but that's not uncommon for singers who with higher voices high as hers. You know what I mean? So that's understandable to me, and it sounds like she's just slightest bit of maybe out of breath. I know it looks like she's on tour live at the O2, so I imagine she was performing for a while before doing this. Sounds like she was just slightly struggling on the softer like the verses and just the parts that were easier, and the parts that came at the very beginning to like find the flow of the song. It was slight inconsistencies in the 2 runs that she repeated, like the echo she repeated twice at the very end. The runs were slightly slow and slightly lazy, but overall, I mean, just one of the greatest head voices in my opinion in the business of all time as far as pop is concerned. I really do think that her head voice is just it takes me places. It takes me to other realms, other dimensions, and she is beautiful. And also them background singers, they showed up. These are the singers that Patti LaBelle needed for her Christmas song way back in the day. They showed up and they showed out, and they were on time. They came in, everything that I needed, I got. Their range is also incredible, and they were killing that super high notes in the song that Miss Leona hit in the studio version, which is eating it, killing it, and the blend was wonderful, and just I love the arrangement of this. I love the arrangement obviously on the album version, but this live performance, it takes you places. It's a whole vibe. I love it. Let me know what you all thought. Thank you all for liking, subscribing, and please keep more of your favorites. Peace.